So we're standing outside the UNRWA headquarters building for the overseeing Palestinian refugees in the West Bank. And for the last couple of hours standing outside here, there's been an Israeli protest of around 50 to 60 protesters who've come here to demonstrate their hostility towards UNRWA and to protest against what they see as its connections with the Hamas organisation. Now, the rhetoric here among the protesters has been very strong. They've accused UNRWA essentially of being a Nazi organisation, of being an offshoot of Hamas, and of being aware of the locations of Israeli hostages inside the Gaza Strip. Now, one of the things that most antagonised the protesters here was the continuous status of refugeehood that is given to each new generation of Palestinians since 1948. Let's have a listen to what one of the protesters had to say about that.
You can say, I'm the grandson of a refugee from the War of Independence. And I don't have a refugee status. I don't have a refugee card. I don't get a special money from the UN. I live as a normal citizen in a normal country, just like everybody else. And so are hundreds of millions of people who are the kin of refugees from the wars of the 40s, of the 50s, of the 60s.
Now, as well as protesters here, there was also a local politician, Arya King, who is a right-wing politician and one of Jerusalem's deputy mayors. He was here and he made a speech where he had some very strong comments to make about UNRWA and about what he sees as the danger of that organisation being located here in the middle of Jerusalem. He stressed that he thinks the close proximity of many of East Jerusalem's Palestinian neighbourhoods to Jewish neighbourhoods inside Jerusalem is a danger to Jews in the capital city. Let's have a listen to some of the things he had to say earlier.
The distance between this Nazi UNRWA school in Shafat and Eliyahu Meridor Street in the Pisgat Ze'ev neighborhood is 120 meters. There's no need for tunnels, no need for rockets. You don't need an RPG, no need for vehicles. They'll stroll by on foot and will shoot, rape, slaughter and kidnap us here in Jerusalem if we don't call on Israel cats and cancel the mandate of UNRWA and then expel UNRWA to where they belong.
Now, the organisation that has been organising this protest, Tsav Tesha, or Order Number 9 in English, is an organisation that's been protesting many of the protests outside the entry points into Gaza, protesting against the entry of aid into the inside Gaza. And it's from what the organisers and the protesters have been saying here today, they intend to conduct many more protests just like this one.